Yo, hope you're all well. Gonna take a little trip to the dispensary and cop a joint, cutting down on the smoking, not because I'm dependent, but just felt like could use a walk, the joint, and take a break from the content that I'm studying for my new sales job. And I'm gonna be speaking about why you should be properly committed to your dreams, why you should fall in love with them, and why you should pretty much dilute into them like a salt in water. So yeah, stay tuned. It's gonna be a pretty interesting walk. It's gonna be a pretty interesting talk, and I'll see y'all there. Yo, just finished cop the joint, on the walk now, and I was gonna stop at a nice place to just smoke and talk, but every single time I come to this walk, I do come across this tree that I smashed my car, and so I'm gonna show what the fucking tree looks like. And every time I walk past here, I fucking think about all these people don't complain about me being here. Yeah, as you can see right over here, is where my car fucking hit, right? There's a big ass tree also down over there. The side of the car hit that after it fucking flipped over here. Like a roll hit over there and it went straight down. And I think the tire marks were actually here for like a few months, but it's back patched up. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna smoke the whole joint on camera, but I will probably find a nice quiet place just to sit down and yap about the topic of this video. So yeah, found a nice calm peaceful place on the way to my place. Start the video and we can really dig how's it and dive into the topic now. So part of the reason why I would say it's not only healthy but mandatory to be completely absorbed and obsessed with your goals, you know, potential in yourself, and for the love of life itself, with everything that what I mentioned is connected to, like the love of life itself. And especially if you're a man, when it comes to this age where you spend every day consistently doing something, you want to make sure that's good, bro. You're going to want to make sure that that's good, and it's something that you know in 20 years time it would be like, sorry man, this fucking beanie. It would be something you know you wouldn't have regretted in your future. It can be something you can look back on and be like, fuck man, thank God I put my time into that, because I've reaped the rewards so much. And a lot of people just live their life day to day, whether if it's a mediocre relationship, a toxic relationship, abusive families, toxic friend groups, lazy friend groups, shitty jobs, you know, non-beneficial hobbies, and not taking care of your overall health as well, but just generally impact your progress in everything as well. Even if it's fucking video gaming, man, like you're gonna be making better decisions, you're gonna be more aware of things if you're completely hydrated, have got all your nutrition, got the right amount of sleep, and you educate yourself properly on what you're investing your time into, you know. And obviously it's the same concept with anything business related, school related, or sport related. And you want to really be at that point where you're committing to your goals and yourself, where if you had to put it into context, the amount of energy that you're thinking into that, wanting that, and using that momentum for consistency, you could imagine a fast food worker just like completely burned out and like still moving forces out. You want your burn and desire for your passion and for yourself and for your goals to be on that same sort of level. Because without it, you're gonna regret it in the long run. And that goes for irrespective of where you are in your life, bro. If you're doing good for yourself now, that's only what you think now. You need to be dreaming bigger. You need to have better goals than what you had 6 months ago. You know, you can never get too comfortable because you aren't the best at what you do. You aren't the best at what you do, and every day there's gonna be someone out there who's consistently doing whatever they can to outwork you, to be better than you, to get one up on you, not to find your weaknesses, but if they had the opportunity, if you were in one of those situations where somebody could, they would. And you'd be surprised to how much that exists in today's world everywhere. Family, work, school, all that. But if you yourself are truly confident, and because unfortunately we're not just living that sort of life where you can just kick back and relax all day, even if you wanted to, and even if you had to inherit a whole bunch of wealth and stuff from your family or from your spouse, you still have no passion. You still have no passion. Even if you're sitting around comfortably and doing whatever you feel like is enough, you're not pushing yourself towards something like a goal that gives you passion. Or even if your goal is to be truly connected to yourself, you're not putting all that energy into it, You're not stuck in. You need to get stuck in. You feel me? And you see it a lot, especially after high school, how like from the ages of 18 to 21, throughout like those 3 years, how people change and grow, how some people stay the same, and what people have decided to do with their time, how people have decided to change their ways, how people picked up new ways. And I found for myself the point that where I was in that time period. Obviously I observed everything that I mentioned, and with everything I've said in this video, the downsides and the cons to not being dedicated and committed to your goals, irrespective of where you are in your life, is gonna bite you in the ass, bro. Trust me. And when you have that 100% secure underneath your belt, then you can find momentum, then you can find consistency, and then you can eventually make progress. But for myself, I found that something that happened with me is I left high school thinking that I had 100% put together a secure plan, something that had no chances of going wrong. And a little to my surprise, did I find that life is full of surprises. Life is full of change, and it's constantly changing, and the world constantly changes, and the people around you constantly change too, whether it's for the good or the bad. Or that's what I'm speaking about. Obviously extreme change, a lot of people stay the same, which also you don't want to do. You want to do something, man. But oh shit, give me a second, man. My fault. Thought I saw a dog charging at me. I thought I had to lock him for a bit, but it was this person walking around the corner. Damn, that joint did a number. But anyways, I thought I could 100% follow the script that I came up with, that I did actually spend a lot of time building up on. I spent a large portion of my high school years planning of the well-calculated decisions I make out of high school. And I started studying IT, bro, and I got myself involved with this girl who wasn't a good piece of my puzzle, who wasn't beneficial to any of my plans, and not a woman who could contribute to a man of my sort of standard in terms of having respect for yourself. And I fell so madly in love with this person, and a large time of my portion, a large portion of the things that I had planned to do within like that first or second year out of high school was fucking almost completely revolving around this person. And there was one point where we moved in together and all of that, you know. So you can put that into context to somebody who like knew what they could expect after high school, but still fell in love. And I took a risk, which is also something I learned from myself, is that I'm not afraid to take risk. And now I'm more calculated, and I'm taking a step back from the dating game to obviously lock in and to prevent something like that happening again. And yeah, my plans didn't unfold how I wanted them to. But I learned that life is full of surprises, like I said, and you have to push yourself into a point where you can quickly adapt, you know, where you can quickly make decisions, well calculated decisions, and change that sort of direction of where your life is going to go for the better, you know. And that's exactly what I did. From an outside perspective, it may have seemed like I was going from one passion to another, like soul hopping or group hopping, but that wasn't really the case. I wasn't afraid to dwell into something that had caught my new profound interest. I was like, okay, if music interests me and wanted to get into rapping, I got into rapping, and I'm still looking to expand my knowledge into music. Martial arts caught me, got stuck in there. Plumbing caught me, got stuck in there. Security and firearms caught me, got stuck in there. You know? So many things. Now it's sales. I've got so many things underneath my belt. I've got so many options, and I know exactly what I want for myself. And if my preference or narrative that's to change on my life, on what I think I need to do, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And I learned that from being at a point in my life where I wasn't like really sure what to do after my plans didn't unfold the way I wanted them to. So yeah, I'm gonna catch up back in my crib now. I'm gonna come and pause by the store that's by my crib. But yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up the video. I hope there was something that you guys grasped and learned from that, and fully took in. And just remember the importance of having a burning passion towards wanting to achieve your goals, and make sure you have goals, because like without goals, you're a bum. Don't be a bum, bro. Peace out.